Hello, here I'm discussing model at basic conceptual level. That's the massing level model. But you can also analyze detailed models here. First thing here is to set the units because we cannot change the units later date here. So go to the settings, see the units. By default, you can see the units are in imperial, that is feet and inches. You can choose accordingly whatever units you have set for your model. So here I'm choosing millimeters for my model and that's done. Next is to go and set up your site location. So for this, go to the design tools, click on the location. So the window appears here. Then here you can type your exact location of the site. So I'm typing mine as Kingeri. So this is the one, Kingeri South. So you see this. You can leave this as it is, or you can make it the way it looks on your Google Maps and other websites. So this is the roads that we see. So exactly. So you can see this. Here, if you scroll further, you can see that there are a couple of remarks. So these are the weather stations that are available near us. So it will catch up the nearest weather station. So it will be picked up. So this is our site. So I leave it as it is and then say set location only. So this ensures that radiation results are accurate for your site's real sun path. So that's important for us to get them. Here we can either build the entire model from scratch or we can import from SketchUp or Revit as an OBJ file or STL file since it's a basic model here. But if it's a detailed model, then use only OBJ files to import. So we can explore and understand how to do this model here on FormIt as an easier tool similar to SketchUp. But I'm not working on a model here in FormIt. I am importing a model. For that, go to the file, say import, say local RSTL file. I'm selecting open, so it gets imported. So this is my model that I have done. Autodesk FormIt could be installed or launched on web, but you need a FormIt Pro version for solar analysis. Students can get educational license and use it for free from Autodesk. So when you have a pro version, only then you can do the solar analysis. So here you can check whether it's pro or no. Here if it is pro, you will get a image showing up. Now once the model is here, to start the solar analysis, go to the sun and shadows, drop down this, select the shadows, select the sun editor, and here you can click on this and zoom in. Couple of things here. You can rotate this by using this. So you can see how your north and south is looking. You can use the span. You can either only use this or you can rotate accordingly like the building is there. So these are a couple of easier options for you to explore, zoom and other things that we already know. So now let's go back to the sun and shadow drop down. Say solar analysis. So here to start the solar analysis. Now select the surfaces you want to analyze or choose the entire building or just specific areas like roofs or the walls that you want to analyze. So I'm just selecting the entire model here with the help of a selection. Touch it and then say analyze. Okay. So if you make a mistake here in any of the selection, like if you have a couple of different models on your site and you want to choose one of it and you don't want to choose the other, whatever is your reason, if you make a mistake in selection, you can go to the this interface, this box here and say reset. So this will go. So again, select your thing and say analyze. So you can see this here. Here in this solar analysis box that we are getting, we can move this slider to different months, keeping the range to the monthly peak, and you can see how things are changing. See now, if I put it to September, this changed to red, where this was earlier red, now it's orange. So it changes, the surface color changes. So you can see. Now here in the month of May, it's blue. It's different. So you can take as and how required screenshots for any of the monthly peaks. So this is our node direction that's been set before getting the model imported here. You can also go to this range method drop down and make it cumulative. So it will show your annual results, which is generally used for most of the projects. Gives this clear picture of long-term solar analysis impacts. Once you apply, the model updates with the color-coded information of the heat map. Blue zones mean low exposure, while yellow and red zones indicate high solar gain. So as you can see here, since this is a cumulative effect which has been shown, so since we had set the units to metric here, that is in mm, so it is saying kilowatt hour per square meters. So if you have set this in different units, here the range will be shown in a different way. So I can also click on any of the surface, okay, but don't click through, otherwise the entire result will go. So you have to select it again and say analyze. So you'll get the result. So now if you want to see how much, so this says 728.9 kilowatt per hour per square meters. So, and then I can check the roof, that is 1666 kilowatt per hour square meters. So similarly, you can check accordingly. So now we can also rotate and check what happens on the other surfaces, if any of this is varying. So there's not much a difference here because there is no shading devices or any active things to be annotated, because this is at a basic conceptual level that we are analyzing the model here. So, but if I go to the monthly peak and see, so it's changing. So we can see this is having a list of solar exposure in the month of April, but the terraces are getting good amount of radiation, so we can plan for solar panels here if we need to. And this surface is also getting heated up. Maybe we need to have shading devices here. So here we can leave it with some very bare minimum kind of shading if required for this area, because this below surface is getting heated up. So accordingly you have to choose for what point you want to choose your shading devices, or the purpose can also come towards. Another thing here is when the solar analysis mode is on and you're analyzing the model, other things won't be working. Like if you want to click any of this, this doesn't work. So this is not been, it's like on the frozen mode. So if you want to use any of it, you have to come out of this, say exit if you want to end the solar analysis, or reset. I just say reset for now. So, but still it doesn't work. You have to totally come out of this mode. So by clicking here on the exit solar analysis, you can, this small box, you can end the solar analysis. And that's it. You have just run a solar radiation analysis in Autodesk FormIt. This helps in better facade design, passive cooling, renewable energy planning. Hope you found this useful. Thank you.